Next, in the third step, each of the solution is verified with the factor under consideration. For example, whether improving the quality of the cutting tool would fully meet the customer requirement of defect-free machined casting. As shown in the table, they will check whether this suitability factor will verified with the solutions. And the next step, if the proposed solution will meet the requirement in full, rate it as 5. If the team thinks that it will not meet the requirement, it has to discuss the effect of the solution and mark accordingly as 4 or less. After completing, the marks add both horizontally and vertically. Calculate percentage effect of solution and percentage suitability. The solution that scored 50% and above are implemented first, and less than 50% are considered for implemented later stages. And last one, whichever suitability factor has scored less than 50% is to be restudied. Again, you should do from the starting. That is about the suitability matrix. In one of the close examination, in this table given, the solutions to be taken up on priority. One relates to the cutting tool and other relates to online checking gauges. Suitability matrix is a tool which is used for identifying and prioritizing the solution. And the next tool is linear correlation and regression analysis. Already you discussed this. The linear correlation is useful to see whether there is correlation between two variables and to find a model that predicts one variable in terms of other variable. Linear correlation helps to find out if there is correlation between input and output variables. I already discussed this. Correlation efficient ranges from -1 to +1. And the next tool is FMEA, the failure mode effect analysis. This FMEA is one of the special tools used during improve phase to verify whether the experiment being planned will have its effect and what are the chances of failure. This failure mode effect analysis is a tool for facilitating the process of predicting failures, planning preventing measures, estimating the cost of failures, and planning redundant systems or response to failure systems. A potential failure mode describes the way in which the product or process could fail to perform its design intent or performance requirement. The primary objective is to identify the ways in which the process input variable X can fail and determine what effect that has on process outputs. During the analysis phase, estimating the risk associated with the specific causes and the effect of failure of input variables on the output and how to control these inputs from the failing approach is adopted. In this, there are two types of FMEA. First one is design FMEA or DFMEA. This design FMEA is the most commonly used tool by Six Sigma teams. A design FMEA, sometimes it is also called as DFMEA, the analysis of design for potential failure that could arise as a result of weakness in design of the product rather than the process or manufacture. You only concentrate about the design. That is called as design FMEA. In process FMEA, Sometimes it is also called as PFMEA. It is used to identify the failures caused by the weakness in the process, such as transaction, assembly or production process. It is typically conducted during improvement process. During the process FMEA, it is the product meets the intent of the design. And another important point to note is while a design FMEA considers the technical and physical limits of production process, it does not use process characteristics to overcome design weakness. These process FMEAs search for failures in 6 areas, that is manpower, machines, method, materials, measurements and the process environment, that is 6 M's. Next, some terminologies that used in FMEA. First one is a failure mode. The failure mode describes the way in which the design or process may fail to fulfill its functions or to meet the customer specification. Each description in physical or technical terms and is not a description of symptoms of failure. That is failure mode. For example, this failure mode can be a data entry error or invoice error, address error or forecasting error, etc. Next, the causes of failure. A source of variation that results in failure mode. The causes of failure indicates design weakness or correctable or controllable process issues that causes a potential failure mode. Each description is of root cause for failure, not a description of symptoms of failure. That is a cause of failure. For example, lack of training may cause failure, poor maintenance, non-availability of material. These are some examples of causes of failure. Next, the effect of failure. The effect briefly describes the effect of failure on function from an internal or external customer's point of view. This may have effect on downstream operation. Effect of failure mode might be a very serious or no effect from the customer point of view. That is effect of failure. For example, rejection of goods due to invoice error, material wrongly delivered due to the wrong addresses, payment not received due to the data entry error, etc. These are some examples of effects of failure. Next, the frequency of failure. Frequency means how regularly these processes are failing. That is frequency of failure. Next, severity. By this failure, what is the severe things happen to the process or design? That is severity of failure. Next, chances of detecting the failure in advance. How much chances are there before the error occurs? That is called as chance of detecting the failure in advance. These are some terminologies used in FMEA. And the next is the process followed to calculate the RPN number. RPN is risk priority number. It is a mathematical product of seriousness of the group of effect, that is severity, the livelihood or likelihood that a cause will create the failure associated with those effects, occurrence, that is occurrence, and an ability to detect the failure before it gets to the customer, that is detection. The equation for RPN is S into O into D. S is severity, O is occurrence, and D is detection. The process followed to calculate RPN number. The first process is to follow a team or form a team. During the improve phase, the Six Sigma process A few members from the project team are designated to form a team to undertake the process FMEA. The team might consider taking additional processes specialists from the organization during the brainstorm session.